Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jillian. I go by Beauty Brarian, and today we are getting ready for work and jumping on the Naked Palette re-release. So this is actually an OG one, not OG from 10 years ago OG, but they like re-released it like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I say that because I remember it being sent here to Texas, to College Station. So it's like 3 years old, maybe 4. And they re-released it, limited edition style, the beginning of this month, beginning of August. And I'm not gonna lie, it brought back all the nostalgia for me, and I've honestly been using it non-stop. So I thought I would jump on the bandwagon, record a video with it, and see the super basic boring look I make, because that's all I do these days. I took my little hiatus, as you maybe have noticed that I haven't been around. It's okay if you didn't, because I've been through a lot, been doing a lot, and I also have just been doing the most basic boring looks, and that doesn't make for good videos. So, and those basic boring looks have truly been coming from the Naked Palette. Basic and boring, but pretty. Every day I'm just like, God, these look so good. So, that's what I've been up to, and that's where I've been. So I thought, why not capitalize on what is popular and do a Naked Palette look. So we're gonna start with e.l.f. Hydro Grip, not Hydro Grip, Power Grip. Hydro Grip is milk. And I thought it would be nice to talk about makeup of old, including I remember I was like into makeup before I was into makeup. It was, I guess, 2014, if it's been 10, or has it been 15 years? I don't know. I remember wanting it, and I think I was in LA, so it had to have been 2012, 2013. And I just remember falling in love with the Naked Palette. And it was probably the first high-end makeup eyeshadow palette that I ever had. Definitely the first one. That wasn't drugstore. Going in with the NARS. Before that, I remember foundations that didn't match. I remember a lot of eyeliner. I remember very specifically this Maybelline silver shadow that I used all the time, every day. It was just this silver single shadow. And so I went to high school in the early aughts, in the 2000s. So makeup probably wasn't that good. I definitely wasn't like seeking out makeup. I think I was doing what was fun, what was easy, because I didn't know anything. My best friend worked at Benefit, so I remember going to her and getting the Dr. Feelgood primer. Do you guys remember that? The Dr. Feelgood. It was kind of like a silicone-ish, but it was in a pot, and you dug your finger in it, or you had like a little sponge, and it was kind of minty, I think, and it like filled your pores. I think at the time I didn't know what it did. I don't know if I knew its purpose, but my best friend was like, this is what you need, and so I got it. I also remember having this like sparkle little glitter pot, and it was just the prettiest shimmer. It made me think of Tinkerbell. It made me feel like Tinkerbell, so that was fun. So those are the early days of makeup, like vague memories. I love seeing the things go around on Instagram, TikTok, like how I used to do my high school in makeup. I don't remember how I did my high school in makeup. Like, I remember wearing makeup, but I also don't. I think I wore CoverGirl. I think I remember liking CoverGirl. I don't have strong memories from high school in those ways. MAC, I don't remember ever having any like MAC base products, but I remember having eyeshadows from MAC and mascara. I always liked MAC mascara back in the day. What else? Makeup of old. But yeah, once the Naked palettes came out, it was a game changer. And then Naked 2 and Naked 3, I remember getting those for Christmas. I do wish I still had them. I remember I gave Naked 3 to my sister. I remember really liking Naked 2. That was the Cool Toned palette. And that's probably where my love of cool tones started. Though I do love a good warm neutral. Since everything I have is a warm tone neutral. Oh my gosh, I did a bunch of masks this weekend for funsies and did a scrub and shaved my face yesterday. My face looks and feels so nice. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like the way my skin looks right now. Very nice. That was makeup of old. Did not contour. Did not, I think I had a bronzer. Actually, I remember having a bronzer. I remember highlighting was called strobing. Do you remember that? Highlighting was called strobing. And I had this, was it Wet n Wild? I had I can see it. It was this highlighter. It might have been from Wet n Wild, and it did nothing. I remember being like, I don't understand what this is. I don't understand what this is supposed to be doing. But I wore it every day. I still put it on. But I think it was, I mean, considering the highlight that I wear these days, like, I do think it was a natural highlight. Ooh, the Wet n Wild blush, that rosé. Was it rosé all day? What was that blush called? It was that OG beautiful blush, and then they discontinued it. No, they didn't discontinue it. They changed the formula. Ugh. Which is which is supposedly what they've done with the newly re-released e.l.f. palette. Oh my gosh, guys. Newly re-released Naked palette. It's supposed to be like they've improved the formula. Which, let me say, I don't have any problems with this Naked palette. I think the formula is just fine. But I also know that in the year of our Lord 2024, there is so much better quality out there. I don't think Urban Decay is it at all anymore. I think they've definitely, they are no longer, if they ever were, front runners in quality. At least for their eyeshadows. I know that they have like base products and stuff. I used to really like the Naked foundation. Where's my lip brush? Yeah, the Naked foundation, which I don't think that they have anymore. I used to really like Urban Decay. I used to wear a lot of Urban Decay back in the day. That was the e.l.f. Putty bronzer. Right there. That's what I put on my face, right? Yeah. And this is the Putty blush in Bahamas. Going a little warm today. Yeah. I remember Urban Decay. I had a bunch of their eyeliners. They're 24/7. Are they gel liners? One of them was called Whiskey, and that was my favorite. Like, it was brown, but it was like bronzy brown. It had a little bit of a sheen to it. I loved that eyeliner. And their black one was really good. I remember they had really good eyeliners. And of course, you know, now they have the Space Cowboy, the Moon Dust, or whatever. Those are nice. But I can't remember, outside of this Naked palette, I can't remember the last time I used an Urban Decay product. Oh, the potion primer. Remember the Urban Decay potion primers? Again, I feel like there's way better eye primers out there if you even use an eye primer. I go back and forth. I remember I was real on with the Milani. Why do I just feel so low? The Milani eye primer I really liked. The Milani eye primer I remember really liking. And I tried a Moira one, and I remember it gave me dermatitis, so I nixed that. And I did just recently get another eye primer to try it out because it got really good reviews. It was on one of those like BuzzFeed. This is what you need in your makeup kit. 400 million people agree. And it's this Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer from Elizabeth Mott. I don't really know if I see a difference, to be so honest with you. But because it's been so hot and humid lately, that's why I wear it. Blush. We're going to go in a little bit bright today. I think we're going to go in with that. This is the Moira and the Sunflower Beauty Duo. Mix them just a little bit. Woo! So bright. I forgot to put my highlighter on. But yeah, I do. I remember that highlighter that I had back in the day before I knew what highlighter really was. It was not a good one. Now I like my highlighter so stark. I want you to see me from space. A glazed donut. Greasy in the best way. I think I talked about this a while ago, but the whole brow blindness and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't care what anyone says. I will always want highlighter. A look is not complete without highlighter. And I want you to see it. There's the Mary Luminizer. And yeah, I'll never not want to wear highlighter and copious amounts of it. I think one day I did forget to wear highlighter, and I just felt dim. I felt like my light was dimmed, you know, internally and externally. You couldn't see me in any low lighting. Just kidding. But I do love a good highlighter. I went through the other day during my little hiatus. I kind of like took stock of my makeup, wanted to see where things were. And I was like, well, maybe I can declutter some stuff. And I was like, I should probably declutter some highlighters because I have so many. Tell you what, I looked at every single one. I touched every single one and I was like, nope, need them all. I was like, can't part with them. They're all perfect. I need every single one of them in every single way. What happens if, you know, I get rid of it and that is the one that I need. This is the e.l.f. setting powder, HD powder. I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Set my base here. All right. And then I've got this NYX matte finish. Sorry, NYX matte finish. I don't know why I thought that said something completely different. It's gonna be like, did I just grab the wrong thing? No, that's what it was. Okay. Now into the good stuff. Here's that eye primer. Oops, I just dropped my towel. Little goes a long way. There's literally no ingredient or instructions on it. Not that you need instructions, but it is cruelty-free, made in South Korea. Good for 12 months, which is good because it's going to take a long time to get through that. All right, here we go. So, I don't know what I'm wearing today, and it doesn't really matter. It's a neutral palette, so it's going to go with everything. But here's the colors again. Of course, I start with Naked, right here, to kind of set that primer and start building some dimension. Then I'll go into buck and deepen up the crease. Again, some dimension, and that's kind of it with that. Everything else is a shimmer. Well, Virgin, which is kind of a really nice light color. That's what I could use to set, but I don't actually need to set the primer. It's just like what I start with, right? So we're gonna go in with Naked. I think what would be really interesting, which I know that they would never do because it's Urban Decay and like this is their shtick or whatever, but it would be really cool to see the Naked palettes come back, but in either circle or square pans, like kind of like the palettes that we know and love today. This is just a very dated way to have a palette, right? And it's not, I don't know. There's just something about the eyeshadow rectangles and whatnot. It just doesn't scream 2020s to me. It screams 2010s. And again, nothing wrong with that. I just feel like if they wanted to reinvent and redo the Naked palette, keep the color story the same, but just make a different shape of it. I think that could be really cool, and that could update it, and it would be like every other sadly, I guess what I'm trying to say is like it would be like every other palette on the market, but I think that would make it more marketable. So there's Buck. I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush, or that was Naked. I'm gonna go into Buck. They're great. I've never had any problems with this formula. It would be interesting to know what the new improved formula is like, because I can't remember the last time I used one of their shadows, but I just don't feel like I've ever heard of any real, wow, these are like top quality, you know? Doesn't matter. Let me tell you how much I would love to buy a new Naked palette. Do I need it? No. That's why I'm not doing it. $54. I really want to, just to have as like limited edition, but that's really dumb. Like, I understand there could be collectors. I'm a collector. I definitely collect makeup, but I don't have doubles of anything. So that's silly. Like, I should not buy it just to buy it, you know? Oh, I went in heavy on this side. I didn't mean to. Wasn't paying attention. And then blend, 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 blend. Alright, so that's like the base every single time. And then we go into, we've got Sidecar is one of my favorites. Just a beautiful kind of champagne-y. Half Baked is a good gold. And let me tell you, Smog has always been one of my all-time favorites. I think this is where my love for like kind of grungy, taupey, bronzy, kind of dirty, like it's a dirty gold. Oh, I love that color so much. And then we've got Dark Horse. Looks like that. Also kind of another dirty, grungy, got a patina on it. It's this one right here. And then Toasted. I've always loved Toasted. Kind of a rose gold. Oh my gosh, my dogs have been barking and it drives me absolutely crazy. Hustle. Okay, so I truly love every shimmer in this palette. And then Dark Horse and Gunmetal are the gray and black. I'm not going to swatch those. Oh gosh, though. So in me using this palette every day, I literally haven't used Hustle or Toasted yet. Let's go in with Toasted. And maybe we'll layer a bit, but I think we're going to go in with Toasted because that's just definitely not a look I've done yet in the past 2 weeks. My husband is away right at the moment, traveling for work, And I swear to you, my dogs lose it when he's gone. They like, I don't know if they think they need to protect me. They're tiny little 10-pound dogs. They're not protecting me from anything. Nobody is scared of them, but they just go into overdrive when he's gone. At nighttime, in the morning. I don't know what they do during the day when I'm gone, but they just bark 5 times as much when he's gone. It drives me crazy. There's literally nothing. There's literally nothing. One day, they're going to be like, they are the dogs who cried wolf. And they're going to be constantly barking and alerting me, and I'm going to stop checking. But it's nothing, guys. Stop it. And it's definitely going to be somebody. Watch. So that actually packed no punch. It was swatched very prettier on my hand than it is on my eye. But it is what it is. So I'm going to go back into Buck and a little bit of Naked. Kind of add a little bit more support. Structure, if you will. Yeah, it looks prettier on my hand. I mean, it still is pretty. It's just so subtle. It's not. There's really no pow, no punch with this eyeshadow. Not everything has to be wham bam in your face. I'm gonna go in with a gel eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Lasting Drama. It's gonna be brown. Yeah, I've always loved gel liners. I've always loved eyeliner. I've also not been doing a lot of wings lately because my eyes get so watery, which makes me sad, but you know, it is what it is. We work within our limits. But yeah, I remember wearing a lot of eyeliner back in the day, and not even wings or anything, but I would always definitely like tight line and do my waterline, and would get very raccoony from Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a great movie. CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara. It was in the orange one and then the purple one. Actually, I wore those. I got that like not too long ago, just like revisit it. That was the mascara that I wore all the time. I loved that mascara. I still think it's great. So here's some brown liner. I don't know what made me think of that just now. Just reliving my high school days. The tiniest little wing. Barely there wing. That I probably will end up rubbing off before I even get to work, but that's okay. And then to keep that kind of soft brown going, I've got, yes, this Lash Paradise in black brown. So it's not quite brown, but it's not quite black. It's black brown. I think it's a little softer. Oh, I just got it all over the place. Than a straight black. And I do love the Lash Paradise formula, or at least the brush. Isn't all formula the same? What you're paying for with mascara is the name and the brush, not necessarily the formula of the mascara. I guess I mean, unless it's a tubing mascara, because that's different, right? Or is that just the brush? I don't know. I don't know. I don't pretend to know these things. I'm a mere consumer. Be a snake oil salesman and I'd probably believe you. Tell me I'm supposed to do XYZ. I'll give it a try. Usually not with stuff for my eyes though, because my eyes are so sensitive. I'd rather not have dermatitis. And there she is. Look at that. The most basic look you ever did see. Something I've seen a million times the past few weeks, few months, past couple of videos. One day I'll dabble in color again. I don't know what to tell you. I'll go in with just a tiny bit of brow gel. I say tiny bit because this is almost empty. I can tell. But we just go boop, 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 boop. Do a little back combing. And then put them in place. And try not to make a mess. I actually do have a backup of this. I think I'm just trying to get every last drop, you know? This is the brow, obviously brow gel. MAC Big Boost Gel. A little bit of freckles. And that's it. That's the look. I need to do my hair, which is probably just going to be like this, but I'm going to try to refresh my little curtain bangs. Make those look a little nicer. Throw on a different black shirt. And find a lippy. I feel like I want to wear a lime crime in like Buffy or Cashmere. Probably Buffy. Because that's my favorite neutral. Brown lip. So here's the look. Not the finished look. She basic though. A little shiny. I might go in with some more powder, but I will be right back with the finishing touches. And yeah, 3, 2, 1. All right. I can't make this side do anything, so we're just gonna go with it. This side looks nice. It's what I'm attempting to do. I wish it was even bigger. We'll get there, we'll get there. I never mastered the curtain bang, yet I keep asking for them. So, it's fine, it's fine. Just clamp it down for a minute, maybe that'll work. Anyways, I'm back. I put a white shirt on, because who am I? Post says cloud set. Knock down the shine a little bit. We like to look glowy, but not greasy. And then I grabbed Lime Crime's Buffy, which is one of my favorite nude lips. So. And that's it. That's the look. That did basically nothing. Granted, I left it on there for 4 seconds, so. But that's the look. There we are, using our beloved Naked palette. We know her, we love her. She's basic as all get out, but basic sometimes is exactly what you need. So thank you for joining. Do you have the Naked palette? Do you love the Naked palette? Do you have any of the other Naked palettes, 2, 3, and then all of the other renditions that came that were never actually Naked palettes, but just some sort of riff on it? Or are you into colorful makeup? Because that's the thing with the Naked palettes. They are all just various forms of neutrals. Warm tone neutrals, cool tone neutrals, boring basic neutrals. That's all we got. That's all we're doing. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorites are. Did you have favorites back in the day? What were some of your old school favorites? I remember so much old makeup. And it was when I had no makeup. Like, I didn't have a collection like I do now. It's wild. Wild walking down memory lane with you all. But thanks for joining. I hope to see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And have a wonderful, wonderful, fantastic, amazing day. Bye.